Let's further discuss this with Muhannad Ayyash. He's a professor of sociology at Mount Royal University and joins me live from Calgary in Canada. Thank you, Professor, for being with us on the program. 223 journalists have been systematically killed by Israel, with the international community predominantly silent on these massacres. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for having me. And first of all, I would like to express my sincere condolences to everyone at TRT for the loss that they are experiencing today, and to everyone in Gaza who worked with him, who followed his work and loved his work. Yahia was more than a photojournalist. He was also an artist. I mean, if you look at some of the body of work that he has produced, producing these unbelievable photos of children at birth prior to the genocide, truly works of art. Unfortunately, he had to take photos of some of those same children being massacred by the Israeli genocidal machine during the last 2 years. And he's been documenting the war, this genocidal campaign against the Palestinian people. And that is the only reason he was killed today, is because he was showing the truth of what Israel is doing, what Israel represents, what Israel stands for, which is the genocide of the Palestinian people. And it is utterly shameful that the world continues to watch this genocide unfold without taking the necessary action, with few exceptions in this world, such as Colombia, Spain, Turkey, and a few others that have stood up and took concrete action against the Israeli state. The world has largely allowed this to happen, has allowed Israel to massacre children, journalists, doctors, professors, you name it, for 2 years nonstop. And they get away with it, so they keep doing it. This impunity has to stop. Yahia, as you have reported, is not the first journalist that has been deliberately assassinated by Israel, nor will he be the last, unfortunately.
Right,
because the world refuses to take the necessary action.
As you mentioned, with every journalist killed, another voice is silenced to what's happening in Gaza. How dangerous of a precedent is this setting, especially as we enter what seems to be a new phase of Israel's genocide with Trump's 20-point plan?
I mean, the precedents that Israel is setting across the board should terrify everyone. Essentially, they're saying you can kill everything and everyone, you can destroy everything and kill everyone, and that's okay now. That is the standard that they're setting. And obviously, truth is their enemy. They don't want truth to come out to the world, because the world would not stand for these actions if they saw what it was really happening. Unfortunately, though, too many people are seeing what is happening, and there's still not enough action. But Israel has always been at war with truth, and that's why they continue to massacre journalists. And from now on, I think these are the new rules of engagement. Any new war that breaks out, I think a country will say, oh, well, their journalists are spreading propaganda, and therefore we have the right to kill them. And that goes for Israeli journalists when the tables turn in history and they don't no longer enjoy the balance of forces. They shouldn't be able to complain about their own journalists being massacred, or their cities being destroyed, or their children being massacred, because they've done the same thing. This is extremely dangerous territory that we're all walking down the path of, and the world needs to start to take real action against Israel, isolate it in material terms in order to end this madness.
Right. Regarding Trump's plan, it's been very concerning for Palestinians because it doesn't grant them self-determination, statehood, or it doesn't even address the removal of the blockade and siege on Gaza. But is this better than nothing at this point?
So let's just call it what it is. It's not a peace plan. It's really a colonial plan. It's at best a temporary ceasefire. And sure, you could say temporary. We'll take a temporary ceasefire. I know people in Gaza are ready for a temporary ceasefire if that's all that can happen at this point. But it won't solve anything in the long term. But one of the key points that I think we should emphasize in this plan is that it is also an acknowledgement by the Americans that Israel's genocidal campaign, which was designed ultimately to expel Palestinians from Gaza and colonize Gazan territory forever and claim it as part of Israel, is not working. When they say, for example, Gaza is going to be for Palestinians and nobody will be expelled. Don't get me wrong, there's many problems with the plan, but the fact that they're saying that shows an acknowledgement that their genocidal campaign, despite this enormous cost on the Palestinian people that it is bringing to bear, it is not working. And they're going to try to now expel the Palestinians and colonize parts of Gaza in this sort of through other means, less sort of visible means. But that won't work either. And the plan obviously does not address any root causes. Therefore, it's not a recipe for a lasting peace. It's not a solution. But we will take, I think many people will take a temporary ceasefire at this point. I don't know if Hamas is going to agree to this deal or not. I don't know if Israel would even implement it. Don't forget, the Israeli cabinet itself has not agreed to it. Just because Netanyahu, had this circus with Trump does not mean that Israel has actually officially accepted it. So we'll wait and see. But what is certain in all of this is that pressure needs to continue to be placed on Israel. It is the only way forward. And journalists across the world with a conscience, like yourself, like others at TRT, need to continue to do this important work of revealing the truth about Israel. No matter how many people they kill, no matter how many journalists they deliberately assassinate, we will continue to tell the story in honesty and truth, because if we let go of honesty and truth, then let's just let go of everything that is decent in human beings, and let's just say it's an all-out war between all of us. And I think most of us don't want to go down that path, though. We stick to truth and justice no matter what.
Indeed. Muhannad, Ayyash, thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World.